Hello children, in this video we are going to see about the lesson agriculture. Agriculture is the process of cultivation of crops, and in India agriculture serves as the backbone of our country. That is, India is an agriculturally important country. 2/3 of its population is engaged in the agricultural activity. Means 2/3 of the population in India are engaged in field work in farming as well as in processing the agricultural raw materials into products in the industrial sector. So this 2/3 population doesn't only mean the field work, it also means the industrial side of processing the agricultural raw materials into products. Agriculture is a primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume, and it produces raw materials for various industries. For example, agro-based industries, textile industries, etc. Agriculture is being practiced in India from the past and is also considered as an economic activity in our country. That is, it supports our country with an income. That is why it is mentioned as economic activity. So, the cultivation methods have changed with respect to time. They are based upon the characteristics of the physical environment or the environment that surrounds the agricultural land. Then the knowledge of technology or knowledge of using the technology in a right way for the agricultural field. For example, usage of highly improved seed varieties, testing the moisture content in the soil, checking for the fertility of the soil, using advanced methods of irrigation, etc. So, how well the people know to apply the technological concept in agriculture. Based on that also, cultivation methods have changed. Then, according to the socio-cultural practices, so they will be having community-based practices or regional-based practices for cultivation. So, based on these three categories, cultivation methods in India have changed with respect to time. Moving on to the next topic, primitive subsistence farming. Subsistence means farming is done by the farmer and that yield is sufficient for that farmer's family alone. That is, the farmer farms for his personal reasons and the cultivated products are used by his own family members alone. That is called as subsistence farming. Primitive subsistence farming means, primitive means usage of all old methods or traditional methods. So, whatever old methods the farmer knew, he will be cultivating using those old methods and will be cultivating crops that is sufficient for his family members alone. So that is primitive subsistence farming. It is practiced on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like hoe, dove and digging sticks. And the laborers involved in these lands are the farmer's own family members. This type of farming depends upon the monsoon, natural fertility of the soil and suitability of the environmental conditions for the crops to grow. It is the slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn means we knew about the Zoom cultivation, right? The same concept is applied here. What the farmers will do is, they will be cultivating the crops. After the cultivation is done, the plants and woods are cleared completely and then the remains are allowed to dry. After some time, the dried things are burnt by the farmer. So, farmers clear a patch of land and produce cereals and other food crops to sustain their family. When the soil fertility decreases, the farmers shift and clear a fresh patch of land for cultivation. I repeat, slash and burn agriculture means after cultivation, the farmers use it for their own family. What will they do in the sense? They will clear all the crops in the land and allow the land to get dry. After the land get dries, they will burn off the land. So, the burnt ash provides necessary nutrients for the soil and makes the soil fertile, as well as it eliminates the temporary weeds and pests present in the land. This happens only if the burning is done in a proper way. If the burning is not done in a proper way, this may cause early soil erosion and land degradation. Anyway, after a period of 3 to 5 years, the soil starts to lose its fertility gradually. When the soil fertility decreases, the farmers shift and clear a fresh patch of land for cultivation. Now, these are the tools which are used in the primitive subsistence farming. These are the tools used for primitive subsistence farming. Hoe and dove. If done correctly, this type of shifting allows the nature to replenish the fertility of the soil through natural processes. The land productivity in this type of agriculture is low, as the farmer does not use any fertilizers or any modern inputs. So whatever inputs the farmer has with him, he will be applying it on the land. Understand intensive subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced in areas of high population pressure on the land. It is labor intensive farming. That means it needs lot of labor, where high doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation are used for obtaining high production. So within the land the farmers have, they will be aiming to get highest production of that particular land. So whatever methods they can do, they will do with respect to the land. Okay, the land will be small, but the farmer aims for high production from that particular land. That is why it is called as intensive subsistence farming. So for getting high production, the farmers use high doses of biomedical inputs and irrigation, and many labors are involved in this. Though the right of inheritance leading to division of land among successive generation has rendered landholding sizes uneconomical, the farmers continue to take maximum outputs from the limited land in the absence of alternative source of livelihood. So the farmers don't have any other occupation except than farming. And right of inheritance means, consider that I am a farmer. If I am having 3 to 4 sons, or I am having 3 sons, okay, my land will be divided into 3 different parts. Okay, so the 3 parts will be given to each of my sons after my death. So each of my sons will start individual intensive subsistence farming. Okay, so farmers continue to take maximum output from the limited land. So my sons will be having a small portion of land only, but their aim is to create high production from that particular piece of land. Thus, there is enormous pressure on the agricultural land. That is why it is called as intensive subsistence farming. Within the limited piece of land which the farmers have, they aim to get highest production possible from that land. Commercial farming means farming for a purpose of profit. The main characteristics of this type of farming is the use of higher doses of modern inputs. The example, high yielding variety seeds will be given. So the production will be in mass or in larger scale, and chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides will be used for higher productivity. So the degree of commercialization. So how far is this farming profitable? That varies from one region to another. For example, rice is commercial crop in Haryana and Punjab, but in Orissa it is a subsistence crop. So commercial farming means cultivation of crops in large scale and for profitable reasons. Plantation is also one of the type of commercial farming. In this type of farming, single crop is grown on a larger area. For example, tea estates. Okay, I hope everyone would knew about the tea crops. So these tea crops will be grown in larger area. They are examples of plantation farming. The plantation has an interface of agriculture and industries. That is, these cultivated crops will be taken as raw materials for processing to the industries. The plantation covers large tracts of land using capital intensive inputs. It means high investment is done for these kind of farming with help of migrant laborers. Many people will be involved here as laborers. All the produce is used as raw materials in respective industries. In India, tea, coffee, rubber, sugarcane, banana, etc. are important plantation crops. Tea in Assam and North Bengal, coffee in Karnataka are some of the important plantation crops grown in these states. Since the production is mainly for market, that is, I already told you, it is for commercial reasons, only for profitable reasons. A well-developed network of transports, that is proper transportation facilities and communication connecting the plantation areas, processing industries and markets plays an important role in the development of plantation.